Yo, what is poppin', everybody? What's happening? Hopefully, this chapter is hype, so you can just, you know, kind of take my mind off all of that. Let's get right into the chapter. All right, chapter 840, Iron Mask, manga stream, of course, if you want to follow along. Okay, so chapter 840, Iron Mask. Oh, this is a fan request. I'm like, Kuma? Chopper eats from pots of honey with Beppo, Kumashi, the hiking bear, and Bartholomew Kuma, just like the Pooh Bear would. Okay. I'm like, what? All right. Now we back. Now we back to fan requests. All right. Now. All right. Page 3. And as far as the live discussion, I wanted to do it tonight, but you see how late I'm doing this. Everybody's already like, you know, it's late for a lot of people already. But we're gonna get it in tomorrow more than likely, and we'll see how that goes. But anyways, let's get into this. VV page 4, page 5. All right. You want to know what this is? Well, these are the soldier of Germa 66. You know, last chapter we left off where we saw this last panel, right? This first panel here, we saw last chapter. So last panel, and it's revealed these are the soldiers of Germa 66. And we could basically kind of infer that based on, how they looked. Why are they immersed in water? That's just culture fluid. Like faces. Are these guys even alive? Page 6. Listen closely, Sanji. Humans can be manufactured. Germa has always been renowned as the kingdom of science throughout the years. Though it may sound far-fetched now, even our father was once hailed as a brilliant scientist back in the day before we were born. Wait, Judge was a scientist? Hold up, bruh. What? What? Judge was okay. He was a member of a foreign lawless research team, and used to work right alongside Vegapunk on research and development of high-tech weaponry. Wow. So, if we're just let's throw some shit out there real quick. Germa, Judge, and Vegapunk were a lawless research team. Who else was on there? Caesar, obviously. Do you think Frankie's parents, maybe something to do with Kid as well? Those guys, him and Vegapunk together, back when we were but a glint in his eye, yes. And so the groundbreaking feat he and Vegapunk managed to pull off was the discovery of a living organism's lineage factor. Okay, One Piece is getting fucking weird, bro. Hold up. But with a few minor mutations, they now had the power to do what was once thought only attributable to God himself. In layman's terms, they had basically discovered the blueprints to life itself. You see, now shit like this is when One Piece is just like so hard to predict, because they can create life. All right, let me move on, because I was about to throw this weird ass theory out there. Okay. Once the world government caught wind of it, that it was a power too great for man to have access to, and immediately arrested Vegapunk. The rest of the research team were forced to go their separate ways shortly thereafter, all because some suits thought they were doing what was best for mankind. So once they caught wind of it, they concluded that it was a power far too great for man to have access to, and immediately arrested Vegapunk. But now they're making use of Vegapunk. They didn't arrest him because it was a power too great for man to have access to. They arrested him because they were the only people that wanted access to it. That's what the world government did. They didn't want just like them to be rogue. So, okay, luckily our father managed to escape the witch hunt and continued his research and studies on Germa. On his own, he began experimenting with cloning, with gene mutation, and thus with the origins of life itself. And what you see before you is the fruit of all the labor. All these men were born. But right here in this basement, select few, highly capable soldiers specifically chosen for this project. They're also known as the clone pawns. We're getting deep into this Star Wars shit right now. I know my boy Rizo, that's his thing, you know what I mean? That's his thing. Alright. But of course, none of the soldiers themselves are actually aware of this fact. Hold on. Real quick. Alright, stop. I'm not even gonna say it. Let's go. Because I'm gonna just say it, yo. On page 7, that dude right at the bottom looks like Doflamingo. Alright? More than likely it's the glasses, the shades, or whatever. But he looks like Doflamingo. Okay? So oh dude, I don't know. That's kind of crazy right now. Alright. Countless nations shake and tremble at the thought of our military might. But as great as that fear is, their envy of us is just as great, if not greater. You can't blame them, really. Strong, fearless, and loyal soldiers, all programmed to stare death in the eye without flinching, while being eternally faithful to us, no questions asked. If their lives are lost, we simply have a replacement waiting to take its place. It takes a mere 5 years to produce one 20-year-old clone. So you could go so far as to call this place a soldier depot. 5 years, that's all it takes for these guys to grow into mature, grown individuals. That act like they've had life experiences for over 2 decades. Enough. I don't need to hear any more. You're making me nauseous. When the family caught wind that you've been recently running around as a pirate, okay. We all thought, well, hey, maybe this is a good thing. It'll help that little runt grow and mature a little bit. But that apparently was wishful thinking. Look at you, as pathetic as ever. You talking shit? He talking shit right now. Okay. Alright. Niji, you. What the hell? What the hell? No, what the hell did you do to Cosette? He got a mouton shot to the face, bro. Whew. What did he do? Ichiji chilling. Yanji like, what the fuck? Sanji like, take this shit. Niji's like, it sent him flying, bro. You've committed a grave sin. I'm gonna drill that lesson into the head of yours. Hold up. Niji just cracked his head again. I'd tread lightly if I were you, Sanji. Do not forget that we've got quick and easy access to your East Blue Achilles heel. Sanji's about to rush him. Stealth. He appears behind him. If you watch Bleach, Shumpo. That's what it was. Remember the first time we saw Byakuya in Bleach? That's what he goddamn did to Ichigo. That's Shumpo. That's what it is. Damn, bro. Oh, this is unexpected. I didn't even know you swung that way. You and that pathetic excuse for a chef would make a cute couple. Wait, Niji is good. Just try and fight back. I dare you. All the blood spilled over at the East Blue will be on your hands. Henry Needle. That electric kick, bro. That electric kick. Whoa. Hold on. Henry Needle. What the fuck? Henry Needle? What is that about? Okay. A punch sends him flying. This is page 12, guys. This shit is hype. Okay. Oh, Sanji, if I knew she meant that much to you, I would have beat that peasant black and blue everywhere but her face. If you don't mind the company of a cripple, I'm sure we can arrange it so that she's a member of your personal staff. Bah, good one. Ichiji, okay. I speak for all of us when I say, welcome home, Sanji. Welcome back to your Vinsmoke family. I'll be more than happy to remind you of the hierarchy in this house anytime you want. You are the dud, the mishap, the failure, Sanji. Listen carefully, you all. Listen carefully. You all are my greatest creations of all time. The result of the most advanced, progressive, scientific breakthroughs in genetic engineering that the world has ever known. Your skills and abilities will not be bound by human limitations or boundaries. When the time comes, nothing in this world will deter you from your ultimate goal. Each of you will stand at the head of and lead an army. Wait, so Sanji was created? I don't. You are my greatest creations of all time. So, no mention of her mother. So, all these guys were created. That has to be it, right? Okay. Consisting of only Germa 66, which shall only continue to grow and evolve thanks to the power of science. The blood that courses through your veins has been blessed with limitless potential. For that potential to be realized, all that's left for you is to train. Yes, Father. So these motherfuckers are super soldiers? That's what you're telling me? They're super soldiers. Okay, so we have Sanji looking scared. Damn, bro. Much better than him. Yo, who is this man? Look at this dude with him. Oda wouldn't reveal Vegapunk like that. No. But this is after the fact, though. So Judge is a scientist. So the fact that maybe he's not that strong. Maybe. Because he's a scientist. So, But I guess my thing is, right? My thing is, how do you get funds to kind of get all this stuff done? Who was the mastermind behind Vegapunk and Judge? Because you can't just do all these experiments without a big, you have to have a lot of money behind you, right? Even if you're a rogue, there's somebody that's supporting this. So what pirate or what faction was this that was supporting Judge and Vegapunk? Something just came to me. Well, we don't know how long ago this was, but what was supporting these guys? Could Dragon have been the one behind all this? All right, let's move on. So they're all in the water. They all managed to swim. Sanji is drowning. Sanji likes animals and reading. Sanji attacks Yanji, gets his ass whooped. Him versus Niji. Gets his ass whooped. They're all laughing at him. Damn, bro. Oof. Sanji is clearly inferior to the rest. His scores continue to fall further and further behind. The results have come in. Lord Ichiji, Lord Niji and Lord Yanji are all right on track. Their outer skeletons have already started to form, and their bodies have matured into the level of an adult man. Okay, have matured into the level of an adult male. That's like a, whatever. Of an adult male, both in terms of strength and agility. These guys are powerful. However, it appears that Lord Sanji, as well, as much as it pains me to say these words, there's no other way to describe his data other than to call him a total failure. On paper, all 4 of their genes were in fact successfully modified, but for some inexplicable reason, he's the only one whose attributes and measurables have remained almost constant from the moment of his birth. What are you getting at? Lord Sanji is simply a normal, regular human being. Judge is pissed. So these are the friends that Sanji, I guess, was feeding. Feel free to dig in. I made that just for you. Sanji is going to have the most epic power-up in the series. The fact that he's already genetically, what do they say? His genes was successfully modified, but with the black sheep, or normally let's go back to the ugly duckling. All the others mature a lot faster, but then in time, once that last one blooms, it surpasses all of them. That's what's going to happen to Sanji. I guarantee that. I guarantee it. Listen, man. Oda, this whole thing about Sanji being a dud, but he mentions the fact that he's already been modified. They've showcased how strong Ichiji and Niji, how far they had the strength of adult men as kids. So and then Oda, that crack by Virgo was kind of Oda shown as well, that Sanji, because I was like, well, if he's modified, then that wouldn't happen. That Sanji's exoskeleton has not developed as yet. So I don't know what's going to trigger this, but it's going to happen. That shit is going to happen. Watch. Watch, bro. Watch. Oh my God. The potential of Sanji now is just through the roof. They've said it. It's all set up right here. The potential of Sanji is going to be ridiculous. Tastes good, doesn't it? Sanji, you better not be feeding that damn rat again. Royals must never serve others. How many times must I tell you this? But your mother has long passed. There's no merit and nothing to be gained from following the legacy of the dead. So his mother was a fucking chef. His mother was a chef. Point blank period. Point blank period. His mother was a chef. And we did make a theory about that Sanji's mother was a chef, and that Judge kind of killed her. Ichiji killed her. I said that Ichiji killed his mom. But for whatever reason, you were not gifted with the aptitude and talent of your siblings. As such, it is your duty to work hundreds, no thousands of times harder than the others. You will be a part of and contribute to the plans I've set for the future of Germa. Being a disappointment and lagging behind is not an option. Squeak. Ever prepare another meal again. Judge is so fucked up. Judge is so fucked up. Damn. Look, I have no choice but to laugh along with them. Raid you? If I don't, I'll just be bullied too. Okay. It was mentioned that all 4 of them got genetically modified. So that's Yanji, Niji, Ichiji, Sanji. Ichiji, Niji, Sanji, Yanji. Was Reiju mentioned? Or she was in a... What the fuck? I don't know. No improvements. He has zero potential. He's an utter waste of space and ear. To think we'd lose him in an accident, this is beyond a tragedy. He was going to be one of the 5 pillars that were going to lead Germa into the future, and yet here I stand at the wake for a son whom I had such high hopes for. He was going to be one of the 5 pillars that would lead Germa into the future, and yet... Okay, so Reiju helped him get away. Huh? Why would this come off, guys? What's the big idea? Oh. So he forged his death? Why won't this come off, guys? What's the big idea? Did he seriously go and die on us? Wait, hold on. Is this okay? Did he seriously go and die on us? This is me caring. Besides, he was completely useless anyway. Reiju has like this look on her face like she knows what's going on. Hold on a sec. I don't want to stay here. Let me out. Damn. 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 That's crazy. That is crazy, man. I can't believe that shit. They locked this kid up, tortured him. Hold up, don't leave me here. It's so scary. I'm gonna die. Please speak with my father. Father, help. They're trying to kill me. We are all working on the direct orders of the king himself. He wished to wipe the slate clean and start over in a world where you were never born to begin with. Why? Let me out, please, Father. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for being born a weakling. Help me, Father. Save me, Father. Damn. Damn, bro. Damn, yo, like... That's, like, if that shit don't... If that doesn't resonate, man, like, you... Like, he couldn't help it that he didn't develop in the way that you wanted him to. So you forge his death, and you lock him up, you put an iron mask on him. And this guy is apologizing. He said, I'm so sorry for being born a weakling. Heavy, bro. Damn. That's heavy. That's heavy, yo. That's crazy. Man. All right. Let's go to the chat, dog. Like, I mean, you know, like we go through backstories and a lot of people have had sad backstories. You know, Robin, everybody was killed, but, you know, all that stuff. And she was by herself. But Sanji, this was his own family, his siblings. The only person that was there for him was Reiju. Damn, yo. I don't know, man. This backstory, I don't know, but this feels more to me. I don't know. The ramen thing was crazy, but Sanji, all the shit he went through, yo, the fact that just imagine, right? When they animate this shit, you know the OST that they're gonna be playing this shit. You know the OST like, the OST after like Ace died and shit, like that they were playing when Dadan was like beating Garp, when he's in the cage playing that shit with Sanji basically saying, I don't want to stay here. Let me out. I'm sorry for being born a weakling.